Hey guys, we're live. Welcome to the Who Wants to Marry a Foreigner reality TV show reveal of who won the Bachelor #1 spot and our coveted $10,000 lifetime match guarantee. So, thank all of you 7 contestants that auditioned for this role. Uh, it was an eye-opening experience on my behalf. All of the auditions are on the channel, so if you guys want to see, these 7 very interesting stories, every man has his own unique story. But I got to tell you, today's winner, I think he really, it's karma payback time for him. I think he really deserved to win. He's had not an easy road on his journey, and yeah, I think he deserves a break. So please, hang in there. We will bring him in a minute. Let's see. What did I want to do next? I guess I want to say that Bachelor #2, we still have 13, I think it's 13 spots left for Bachelor #2 position. So there will be 2 Bachelor spots. #1 is now gone. You will see the winner in a minute, and we will talk about, his story of looking for his wife in Ukraine, of which he's got pearls of wisdom based on his experience that you can glean into. But yeah, the Bachelor #2 spot, there's still 13 about positions left. And the winner will get a chance to be on the new reality TV show, Who Wants to Marry a Foreigner? Okay, and that will be aired in UK. And also, Bachelor #2 will win our coveted $10,000 lifetime match guarantee partnership. Unlimited dating and unlimited coaching until you walk down the aisle with your beautiful Ukrainian wife. That's what both Bachelor #1 and Bachelor #2 winners win. So if you do want to enter to audition, the 13 spots are still available. You can click on the link below and you can see where you can sign up to audition. All right. So without further ado, let's take a look at the standings before we invite him on. So you can see right at the top, Jeff Connor is the winner by a landslide, about a 70% landslide vote. So what is this vote? What system did we use? We're outside filming, by the way, in our dacha, right on the Black Sea here in Ukraine. So we have to bear with the wind elements. But basically, the 7 contestants here, what we did was we looked at the view count for 7 days, right from the minute of the live from when the video went on YouTube, 7 days later exactly to the minute. And this is the view count. The thumbs up, thumbs down, it just gives you an idea of the popularity of that particular bachelor. Okay, so Jeff was #1, Michael #2, Donovan Halloran, which is the first bachelor on, Julian Rogers, Fernando, Dwayne, and Dennis Nowoselski. How can we forget Dennis? Left for dead in a snow-covered field in Ukraine was his story. So yeah, that's how everybody did. And let's turn that slide off now, and let's say hi to Jeff. Hello, Jeff.
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Well, not as good as you. You just won 10 grand, basically. How you feeling?
All right. I feel great. Feel really good. I was surprised.
Were you? Well,
I
I
was.
wasn't. You came on the channel and you were an instant, hit here. I think, there's a lot of men out there that related to you and your story, your journey.
Yeah.
It's been a rather tough journey, yeah, for you thus far.
Oh, it has. It has. I realize that sometimes you let your ego run away with you, and you're thinking one thing when actually it's the opposite. And I think it just really took me off guard, and I was played, and I didn't realize I was played in such a way that I was, one thing, was not expecting, and two, I had trusted people who I thought were trustworthy, which is trust is is a hard thing to win with me, but I was just trying to be open, be trusting, and hope that what I was being told was being the truth, and it wasn't.
Yeah, as Buffett says, trust but verify. You missed that verify part, I guess, right?
Yeah, the verify part. I mean, I'm a country boy. When we did transactions when I was growing up, we set deals by handshakes. Yes,
Remember,
sir. And our
I'm a
word,
country bumpkin too. Yeah,
yeah,
I get
our
you.
word was our bond. So, and
Absolutely.
I haven't dated in a long time, so I still was kind of in that mindset. Now it's like, maybe you ought to write a contract out. You want to be my friend? Let's do a contract on it now.
So listen, let's just very succinctly summarize your dating history in Ukraine in 2 minutes or less. And then what we're going to do is, are you ready to see which of the 10 ladies from Match Guarantee you chose, which said yes and which said no? You're going to
Sure,
find out. Okay.
sure, I'm ready.
So let's do the bad news, then the good news. So you're
Okay.
in your past dating history in Ukraine. Um, how much are you out of pocket, and what basically happened in 2 minutes or less?
Oh, out of pocket, I'm out over like $23,000, somewhere around in there. I don't remember the exact number. And it was once I realized what happened, uh, it was just mind blowing to me. It just was completely overwhelming. Of course, you could see that in the video. Once it hit me, I was like, gosh, how stupid could I be to get caught like that, you know?
But like I say, a lot of guys related to you. And by the way, if you guys haven't seen Jeff's part 1 and part 2 editions, in of itself, it's a Harvard PhD education in dating in Ukraine. So you definitely want to go click the links below. There's 2 links for part 1 and part 2. Jeff, you gave a fantastic audition. We did that live with Tatiana in the Kiev office because you were just coming out of, we basically rescued from a scam, right, in Kiev.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I was just getting ready, matter of fact, ready to go back to the States the day we talked, within the next couple of days. And then finding out all this, right before I left, it was just mind blowing.
Yeah, yeah. So thanks for that. We can get into it a little bit more later if we have time, but
Okay.
let's talk about the good news, and let's take a look of, so what you did, let's summarize it. You chose 10 ladies from matchguarantee.com that you were interested in, that you'd like to meet, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And we'll see now from those 10, how many said yes, how many said no. Let me ask you, what is your guess? How many yeses?
Oh, I would guess uh, three, four, maybe is what I would guess.
Okay. Okay. So let's take a look. I just want to point out something. Well, no, without further ado, let's play the video first, and then I'll show this next slide. So we'll be back in
Okay.
just about 30 seconds. Let's see which of Jeff's match guarantee choices said yes, they would like to date him when he comes back to Kiev, and which said no. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. A bit of a graphical presentation. So what did you think?
Hey, the ones I really liked picked me, so I got 5. How
Great.
about that?
You got 5, which
I
was better than you thought.
Yeah, better than I
You
thought,
got,
and the ones that I really liked that were in my list. Hey, I'm all for it.
Uh-huh.
So I was
Perfect.
happy to see the results.
Excellent. So what I would like to point out now is take a look and just talk about, you know, I'm actually really proud of you, Jeff, because I got to tell you, I've been doing this for 5 years. I've had Match Guarantee for 5 years, and together with the past agency that we took over, we have 20 years of experience under our belt,
Mhm.
and that's predominantly Tatiana, our matchmaker, my partner's experience. And a guy in your position that's come here, spent that kind of money, 23 grand, dating incredibly young, beautiful girls that's,
Uh-huh.
punching way above your weight. I got to say, the majority of the time, in my experience, the guy can't come back from that. He's not recoverable. Too far down the
Right.
rabbit hole, you know?
Right.
Uh, but you clearly have come back from that, and it just took a couple hours of coaching. We hadn't met each other before we literally showed up in the office together and we filmed that
That's
live
right.
edition, right?
That's right. We hadn't.
And so you had no other coaching than that. And you really, the lights came on, you understood what had really happened to you as you
Yeah.
spent 23 grand, and you have course corrected. So being an engineer, I've taken a look at your stats. So with the previous agency that you were in Kiev dating, your average lady was 30 years age gap to you.
Right.
And with Match Guarantee, you've course corrected, and your average lady choice age gap is 14 years. So you're within zone of success, our 15 years,
Uh-huh.
and that that is a space that you can absolutely be successful.
Sure.
Um, and I will give you some words of encouragement. A video is being edited right now. It's a client in Kiev. He's 64 years old, and he had been scammed. He's a contestant also in number 2 position, I think it is, and he had
Uh-huh.
been scammed out of $70,000 in
Oh
the
my.
past. And he's a taxi driver in North Dakota, and so he let's just put it this way: he doesn't have much of an asset base, right? So nobody's gonna
Right.
chomp onto him for his
Right.
wealth. But
Right.
anyway, he proposed to a lady in 1 week, one of his dates. He proposed. She said yes. So he's engaged to be married after 1 week. He's already gone home. And he's literally selling off everything, and he's moving to Ukraine. And they're talking about what kind of business he will start here. And it's really a cool story. So it's very encouraging because very similar to your profile.
Yeah. I'm glad I wasn't a taxi driver, man. I couldn't have spent $70,000 there. But I'm
Yeah.
thinking a lot about living in Ukraine. There's an area close to the Black Sea that is a really nice area, and matter of fact, I can see right underneath the awning there a good place where I could stay. So I appreciate your offer, Joe. Let me stay with you for a while. No, just kidding.
So I'm just looking at some questions coming in now. Okay. Uh, yeah. So what next? Yeah. Basically, you have won the $10,000 package. So again, what that is you have a lifetime package. You need to just come to Ukraine, date an unlimited number of ladies. We
Uh-huh.
we work in 2 week periods, so come for 2 weeks. Date an
Okay.
unlimited number of ladies, and you get unlimited coaching. And then that's always enough for a
Right.
guy to handle two
Right.
weeks of unlimited dating. It,
Right.
it, so we do it in tranches of 2 weeks maximum, and that's for your own good. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, you come, date, get coached, and until you get married.
Yeah.
So when do you think you can come?
We were talking about that originally. I was thinking of November. Uh, I'm still working on some things that I'm always doing something, some kind of a deal or something to increase my income. So I stay busy doing that, not just working at my regular work, but November looks good, and possibly earlier than that. But right now, November, around November, sometime is a time frame that would be a good time frame for me. I got a
Okay.
lot of recovering to do. I know I'd rather go right now and get started, but I want to be realistic, completely realistic, and uh, and then I've got some other legal issues that I need to work on, and we'll see how that goes out, how that comes
Hmm.
around.
Okay. Yeah. It's so your intention is basically to come to Ukraine back and forth, cultivate the relationship, and then you would immigrate her back to America. You wouldn't move to Ukraine. Is that right?
It depends on the lady. It would be something that we would need to talk about. What kind of,
Hmm.
how, if we've got a good relationship, if she's wanting to go to America and live, and that'd be great. But I really love Ukraine, even though I had such a bad experience there. I really love being in Ukraine, especially after all the dating stuff was gone. I was by myself, met lots of people, lots of men. I know a lot of the restaurant owners now that are in Kiev, and
Yeah, you bought
and
shares in in the restaurant, I think, when you were here.
yeah, I bought shares in Carpiano, what is it, Carpiano or
Carpaccio's, yeah.
Carpaccio? Oh, and gosh,
Scammer restaurant.
I met one
40%
of
cash
his
back.
relatives. Yeah, I met one of his relatives, of all things, in the States, if you can
Oh,
imagine. But
wow.
I didn't say anything about it. But yeah, I
Let me
seem
ask
to
you
help a lot of restaurants.
Let me ask you a question, Jeff. What would
Sure.
be what would be your number one biggest tip from your journey? So you have went through a heck of a journey on the way, 23 grand out
Mhm.
of pocket. So what would you advise guys based on your past experience?
Well, the very first thing is age gap. I would concentrate very much on age gap. Uh, the agency that I went with, really did not concentrate on age gap. Everything that they showed, they produced, was showing younger women with older men, and it was like, and that's all they were showing. And after more research and such, I found out that it was kind of staged that way, and a lot of good women who would have been within my age gap, say if I went to a social, would have been left sitting by themselves while all these younger girls just flock on the men, and just preventing them from really seeing who they want to, seeing somebody that they might be more compatible with. So it done a lot of research and a lot of going over a lot of different videos from these agencies, and realized that they just blow up, they inflate your ego, and they just keep pushing it, and you're making decisions that you shouldn't make.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a big one. And like I said, you have really course corrected from the previous agency. The ladies you were dating very young, 30-year age gap, over to
Right.
Match Guarantee now. And the ladies you've chosen are 14-year age gap. So again, I commend you. You've really learned the lesson, the hard way, but you've learned it well and you've course
Right.
corrected. That's the main thing.
Right.
And because you've course corrected, you absolutely have every chance in the world of being successful with these ladies that you've chosen. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, they're so serious. The guy proposed in 1 week. She said less than
Right.
1 week. He said yes,
Right.
because he's 62 or 64. I can't remember. She's
Uh-huh.
55, but she's a very beautiful 55,
Uh-huh.
slim, trim, doesn't look her age. Uh,
Uh-huh.
and couples at your age and that age, they're
Uh-huh.
very serious. They know what they want. So it can
Yeah.
happen
Yeah.
really quickly.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. What would be the next biggest lesson you've learned in the dating trenches?
The next lesson that I've learned is looking for red flags,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and really studying the women, asking the questions. The thing is, the thing I think that was the biggest mistake is going after women who apparently were good friends, and the information, the translations that I was getting was not really what was being said. I don't believe that they were honest with me in the translations. I think they knew what they were doing. You know, it's they're very smart, and you know, it was just like it was an experience that I haven't experienced yet. So uh, I was kind of very much off guard from the start.
Well, and the biggest irony in the world of translations in your story, because you got a lot of comments on your audition, was the translator that charged you for translation services to be your date. That's the one that really
Yeah,
mind bleeped everyone.
right, exactly. That was the biggest deal. The thing, you know, I caught a lot of flack over that, but you know, I didn't know they what the rules of these agencies were. I had no reference. I've never, I couldn't imagine that being possible that an agency would do that. And so, of course, you know, they gaslight you into thinking that what they're telling you is the truth. But then you sit back and think about it. Like, gosh, how stupid could I have been? You know, why did I let my emotions or, you know, feelings override logic and what was really going on?
Yeah, it's easier it's easier done than one might believe, sitting back being a critic, you know. That's for sure. Okay. Yes, true. Brian is asking, what's an age range of women I would be successful? He's a fit 41. Fit 41, so minus 15 years is most guys. Now, if you're really in shape and you look good for your age, you look great for your age. We just had a bachelor audition here who's 42, but I don't know. I think he looks 32. So for him, he could go a little bit younger. So the general rule is within 15 years, but you know, it's plus or minus, plus or minus. Uh, any other big lessons, Jeff, that you would like to impress upon people based on your experience?
Uh, yeah, there's some other things at the moment. I'm just trying to think. Uh, well, of
Um,
course, they were
on
kind
what
of
Janik,
giving. Go ahead.
sorry, on what Janik is saying here, he's suggesting you get your own translator. Did you try to do that when you were with the previous agency in Kiev?
Actually,
Or try to
I
say,
did.
listen, we I don't think
Yeah.
we need a translator. Either one.
Well, when I was dating women that spoke English, then I didn't need one. However, I did go to the manager of AFA and my handler and say, hey, look, this is what's going on. Explain to me what's up. Tell me about this. And all they said was, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But, you know, they did know what was going on. They do know the business. And all they had to do is just help me out a little bit, because I asked them several times, hey, this doesn't seem right. I'm not sure of the culture. I'm not sure what how things work here. Give me some advice. And I got nothing. I didn't get a thing. And so I was basically on my own going through all this, and they were setting up dates without letting me pick where to go or what to do, like they promise you in all their ads. oh, you go take them out for coffee, get to know them, you know. No, they were setting up these dates, all these scamming restaurants. They just scamming the crap out of me, and you know, the women weren't interested. You know, I mean, you take a girl out to dinner and she's supposed to be your date, and so you share a cab, and the first thing she does is get in the front seat with a cab driver. What does that tell you? There's no interest there at all. And I mean, that really pisses you off because you paid you know, a couple thousand grivna for a meal, and then she totally disses you like that. And uh you know, it just started. I started learning more and more, you know, after that. I just didn't learn enough fast enough. uh,
Hmm.
just trying to take people at their word, and it was the worst thing I could have done.
Yeah, I'll say, Janik, it's a great tip that you have, or a question. I will give the actual tip. It is great to say, listen, I have my own translator because she's a friend of mine, and see what the reaction is on behalf of the agency. And almost always, I can tell what the reaction will be. But no, we have a policy, in-house policy. We have to use our translators. Why? Because the translator's getting a cut of the fee, and
Exactly.
your date probably speaks English, or at least conversational English. Did you have that happen to you, where you found out later she spoke English, but
Oh
you have to
yeah,
have a
yeah, I
translator?
did. There was several of them, and one of the guys that was chatting with me said he had video chats with this woman for years, and she talked good enough English and everything. She wrote English, and when he told me that was Mila, I pressed her on it, and what does she do? She gaslights me. You know, I said, "All right, I'll tell you this." You know, I really wasn't interested in her, but let's go on video. Let's talk on video. And she kept gaslighting. She kept changing the subject. And I said, I tell you what, you know, the best thing for a person to do is, I can't remember the exact quote that I used, but there's a time you just need to walk away when things are not going right. And I said, right now, I'm walking away from you. I don't want anything to do with you, and I don't want to contact you anymore because you're not being truthful. You're not a good person, and I don't need you in my life.
Hmm.
Anything that disrupts my center, disrupts my peace of mind, uh, and is um, anything that's negative, I don't need. If it comes out to that, and that happens, and you're seeing negative things or red flags, get away. Just run
Good
and
advice.
take your money with you.
Again, Jeff, I congratulate you. I really think that out of everybody that auditioned, you really, I mean, I can't say deserve it the most, but you really deserve to win. You deserve, to have a break after having this rocky road experience you've had. So again, congratulations. I wish you all the best when you do come here dating with
Yeah,
us. And
yeah.
thank you for your audition. And yeah, I wish you
Have,
the best of luck.
have I got a couple minutes here, or how much time we got?
I'm just going to sign off now. Do you have a few final words? Sure.
Yes, I forgot to mention it, but I'm definitely going after the company that I worked with for the lies that they told me, the scamming that they did, the misrepresent can't think of it, res, uh, the way they misrepresented their company, the way the things were supposed to work, and I'm going after them with a class action lawsuit, and I'm going to go after them with everything I've got, and I'm going to recoup some money out of them one way or another for fraudulent activities that they committed, the things they said, the things that they didn't say, and even I have proof when I talked to one of the ladies in a video chat. And then some of the other ladies, they had no idea who I was, even though I'd wrote to them for a long time. And I said, wait a second, what went on? And she said, oh, well, they just called me up and asked me about letters, and I don't have to write anything. They're just going to write the letters for me. I don't need to do anything, just send pictures every once in a while. So she basically told me right there that she didn't write any of the letters at all.
Hmm.
And I didn't know that. I mean, I'd heard about it, Barbuka or some guy or somebody else is writing those letters. And that's complete fraud, because that's not what they state in their website, is that you're supposed to be actually writing these women. And you're not writing these women. You're writing somebody else who's making a living off of the training and the psychological training that they've had to get in within you and get everything they can out of you. And so I'm going after them hard. I'm going to go after them heavy. I've got a lot of influential friends, and I'm going to use every resource I got. And I'm going to do something about it, because there's so many people that it's kind of in the back of their mind. They don't know for sure. They don't, they're told one thing, they're told another, but I got proof. I got actual proof this goes on. So when I found that out, I'm ready to go after them, and go after them with a Texas passion.
And I understand you had told me you're looking for others to join you in a class action. Is that still your intent?
That is still my intent, to look for other people for a class action, in a class action lawsuit against this company. Get as many people as I can. I'm using other resources to put it out there, and anybody who wants to talk to me about it, who wants to join in with me, then get in touch with me. You can get in touch with me through Joe, or I don't know how
Or
else.
through comments below, because I know you're actively
Yes. You
commenting.
can also,
So,
I'll be reading the comments. So you put it in the
mhm.
comments below. We'll get together. We'll contact. I'm going to get this set up as soon as possible. And then I'm going after these bastards. And I'm going to do everything I can, because you hear it all the time that they're scamming you, but nobody ever shows the proof, except for what you showed on the last few shows. And for me, hearing it personally from the woman themselves, and then putting it together with the dates that I had, and I realized they had no clue who I was. Not at all. They didn't know me from Adam.
L- Let me
Anyway,
chime in on Janek's comment. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to my other channel called Mail Order Bride Scams, just go to YouTube, type in Mail Order Bride Scams, or click on the link below. What I've done is I have just exposed a big training company. That's their job, is to recruit and train scammers, and then they place them with the big agencies. And in the videos over there on Mail Order Bride Scams YouTube channel, these scammers, these translators, are training other scammers, and these are top scammers, so top income earners, the best ones. They answer all the questions. So if you've ever wondered how these scams actually go down, how they get the gifts, how they hook the guy and keep him on to spend thousands and thousands, what happens when he says he's coming to meet the girl in Ukraine, and how they lie and weave the web, they confess it all. There's 21 videos in the series on Mail Order Bride Scams YouTube channel. That is a PhD in how these scams work. Highly recommend you go over there and watch it. Get yourself a good education. And guys, the best advice anyone can ever give you is stay offline. Just save up
yeah.
your money, come to Ukraine, and
Mm-hmm.
your journey begins. Even saying hello in a coffee shop is better than spending $1 online.
Exactly. And I think three, what I was going to say, there's three out. I was going to have a thought to add to that, but uh, three of the women that I met, one of the reasons I set the trip was to meet all the women I'd been writing to. I didn't know anything about not to write or anything when I started. I just jumped in there and I started writing, and then I started getting bombarded with all these letters and stuff, and they seemed to be the same. And so I started narrowing it down, and they of course, tell you everything you want to hear. And then when you meet them in person and ask them questions about what you talked about, I don't quite remember that. I got, there were so many letters. They just, I know better than that. Women don't forget this kind of stuff. If they're really interested, they remember things about what you wrote, and they didn't have a clue. So, yeah, I'm going to do everything I can to even expose it more, even though there's more videos out there, and yours I liked especially. And I do know a person who does who knows how to do that kind of stuff. And I'm also going to learn myself how to develop those skills. And I'm going to get some payback one way or another.
Okay, good. Mark has a comment for you here. You're a foreigner. They get away with whatever they want. Yeah, I mean, Mark, the truth is, Ukraine, the government, they're not so concerned with scamming foreigners. That goes on heavily in Ukraine. That's the sad truth about it. The corruption here doesn't allow it. So anyway, sorry to end on such a sour note, but again, I wish you all the best, Jeff, on
Thank you,
coming
Joe.
here and finding your lady.
Thank you for the help, because without talking to you and Tatiana and your wife's name was Tatya.
Anna.
Anna, I'm sorry, Anna. I don't know where
It's
I got
okay.
that. Anna. And talking to Anna, and that one day, it was probably one of the most devastating days I've had in a while, but it was the most uh, uh, eye-opening experience that I had in a long time. And I took it to heart, and I research and research and research after that. So I want to be ready for them.
Very good. Yeah, I know that was a tough day. It was a tough day for you, and we could see that clearly. And actually, it was a tough day for us too, especially Tatiana.
Yeah.
She doesn't experience this too often. I do the sales and marketing, and then she
Yeah.
just handles our clients. She keeps her
Yeah.
nose pretty, up and out of trouble. So she's
Right.
actually
Right.
not that well educated on exactly what goes on in the industry. So she
Yeah.
was taken back too, and of course we all felt for you.
Right.
But the big thing is that the thing I'm really happy about most here is that we can help a client of your profile, a client that's been duped to the tune of 23 grand, being sold a bill of good, a Fantasyland illusion that's completely bullshit, and you can come back from that with just a little bit of coaching, and now you can meet real ladies within your zone of success, and you can be successful. And I pray that you will follow in the shoe steps of Lauren that was just here, who got engaged in 1 week. I hope that will be your future as well. And so very cool that we can help you out in that way.
Well, thank you, and thank you for letting me being real, because there's only way you can get to the bottom of things. You've got to be open, completely honest, and real, to see everything, to see your flaws, to see your mistakes. And you helped me with that, and I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to getting this set up and getting going on a new life experience. The past is in the past, but I've learned from it, and I'm ready to move on.
Very good. Very good. I just want to address this comment of Andy. What's your thoughts on this, Jeff? I just find this interesting. You have to pick up and just come. I've been to Ukraine 9 times. Andy's been here 9 times and found good success just coming on my own. Well, Andy, my big question to you is, do you call that success? You've been here 9 times, and I don't know, are you married, Andy? I mean, 9 times, I don't know about you, Jeff, but I call Lauren successful. He's been here one time. Yeah. And by the way, Lauren, who's scammed out of 70,000, it was his first time to Ukraine with us. And he's engaged
Right.
in 1 week, engaged to be
Right.
married in 1 week. Now that, Andy, is success. If you're a serious guy looking for marriage, not here
Yeah.
to play around.
I was there 2 months, man. I mean, how much more time do you need? 2 months. And what did I get out of it? Made some good friends, but nothing that was anything near going into the way of marriage or any kind of thing like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, 2 months, 2 months and 1 week. So that's the difference of meeting serious women and within your zone of success, well-vetted, serious ladies, and then the other side of the coin, the other option here. So again, once again, Jeff, thank you very much. I wish you all the best. And then hang on, guys. Jeff. I'm going to talk to you about something else, and we'll talk to you soon, Jeff.
Thank you. Thank you all for everybody who watched, and don't forget to comment if you want to join me in this lawsuit, if you've been scammed, if you've been taken advantage of. I've learned such a wealth of knowledge and I'll be glad to help you in any way I can. I'll be here for you because we all need help. All of us guys, we need help. There's just not that much help for us. So I appreciate it.
Thanks again,
y'all.
Jeff.
Take care. Have a great day. And don't let these women drive you up a tree, okay?
Okay, bye-bye. Hey, guys, I just want a few announcements here. On August the 2nd, we've been invited to one of our clients getting married in Kyiv, and he's offered him and his wife to go live and do a live broadcast from Kyiv as they get married. They have a very cool story. We can't show their photos yet because she works for the government and she can't actually marry a foreigner. But basically, their story is so cool. It was the first date. Okay, they did Skype virtual dating for 8 months, but the gentleman, Gary, only chose one lady, and he came on his first trip here in mid-May, proposed marriage, and she said, yes, I'd be happy to marry you. And guess what? Say hi to your new 8-month little daughter. Okay, so they will tell you the rest of that story. And then I'm just going to play a little video here because we have still 1 or possibly 2 tickets left to the best deal Match Guarantee has ever had. Most clients pay us $8 grand for unlimited dating, okay, unlimited coaching. Now you can come for a 1 week period, have unlimited dating, okay, and you can go to the Grand Ball event. You can split those into 2. Okay, and come at separate times. We just had a client that's 77 years of age. He left successful. He's in a relationship with a lady. They both speak Italian, and it can happen that quick. So you don't have to wait for the Grand Ball event. You can come at any time and use your 7 days of unlimited dating. And the secret is, the little known secret is, most of our clients are successful in their first trip of 2 weeks or less. So many guys, especially, we've had a run on first date proposals and marriages lately. So many guys come on one trip, they paid us $8 grand, and they're ecstatically happy because they met the one. They have kicked off their future with a lady that they love, and they're ecstatically happy. You have the chance to do this for $1,500. There's 1 or 2 spots left. Here's the details on it, and you can click the link in the description below this video to see a Q&A I did on it as well. But like I say, there's only 1 or 2 seats left. So you can also buy your ticket. They'll obviously go fast below. So I'll play that promo video, and we'll see you guys next time. Welcome to the capital of Ukraine, Kyiv. You can smell love is in the air. And I have a special announcement for you guys. 5 reasons why you definitely want to attend this summer's Grand Ball event with Match Guarantee. Reason number 1, you got to fish in the right pond, as I keep saying to you guys. If you guys would only fish in the right pond in Ukraine, you'll find you're successful like that. So come with us and see what I mean. So, first point about fishing in the right pond, meeting quality ladies, is we don't pay our ladies to come to the Grand Ball event to meet you. Unfortunately, that's the industry norm here. Our ladies are motivated, looking for a good man for relationship, love, and hopefully marriage. And you will feel the difference when you meet our ladies. And reason number 2 is we don't advertise to build our database. You cannot advertise. It just chums the waters to get great white gold diggers or opportunists. No, you need to build your database slowly over time, only by word of mouth referral, and for the most part, that's what we do. Also, ladies are personally vetted by my partner, our matchmaker with a background in psychology, Tatiana, and she is very good at discerning the true motives of ladies. And then the hardest part, you have to be committed to culling your database and always purging ladies that, well, show themselves as questionable in the dating trenches. And that is not an easy task, I'm telling you guys. And third point, guys, is you get to choose 3 ladies from our 1,500 beauties and invite them to go to the Grand Ball event with you. You're not just going not knowing who you're going to meet. 3, you already know you have a high level of attraction and interest in, and that is very, very important to your success. And that, frankly speaking, is a big negative to most socials, is that you don't really know who's showing up. And the 4th point is huge, guys. It's a bonus. We've never done this before. Let's say, you know, even though you've met 30 beautiful ladies, 3 of which you invited yourself at our Grand Ball event, but say it doesn't pan out for you, you're not successful. Don't worry, we've got you covered. You're entitled to another 7 days of unlimited dating from our approximately 1,500 beauties. So 7 days, date as many ladies as you want until you find the one. We have never included this as a bonus to one of our Grand Ball events. And guys, just this one bonus alone, 7 days of unlimited dating, it is totally worth the sticker price of this event in of itself. And point number 5 is skolka, how much? So the normal sticker price is $19.97, but right now you early birds can get it for $500 off. So guys, what are you waiting for? What you want to do is go in the description below this video, click on the registration link, and just fill out that simple form and we will reach out to you. And once you're paid, you got $500 off. So only $14.97 for you early birds. Or alternatively, if you can't find the description, because sometimes that happens to you guys, just email us at info@matchguarantee.com. Include your phone number and we'll buzz you back and fill you in with all the details. Few final things. Force majeure dependent, of course. Hopefully things will fare well this summer in Kyiv. And also, just a tip I want to give you guys. A lot of these socials, they go like to 3 cities, for example, Odessa, Kherson, Mykolaiv, and you think, wow, I get to meet, you know, ladies from these different cities, these different regions. But it's the wrong question to ask yourself. It's not where is she from? It's how did they find her? Again, what pool are you fishing in? But what does have merit to this point is she a city girl, small town girl, or maybe a village girl? That might be very important for you. For example, if you're a farmer, you don't want to be looking in the big cities. Now, in our 1,500 approximately ladies, you can find lots of city girls from Kyiv, lots from other cities, and you can find quite a number from small towns and even villages. No need to hop to different cities. So that point is overhyped in the industry. So that's it, guys. We will see you soon, hopefully in Kyiv at our Grand Ball event. Oh, I almost forgot. Now, for the 3 ladies that you get to invite as your special guests to the Grand Ball event, they need to be from Kyiv region because the event, the Grand Ball, will be in Kyiv. Now, if you absolutely say, I've got to have this girl and she's from Zaporozhye or some other city or small town or even village in Ukraine, we are going to make an option available to you. So ask at the time that you buy your ticket, okay?